Under the ethereal glow of the moon, all of creation slumbered peacefully, save for the ancient monastery perched atop the sacred mountain, which remained awake. Flickering oil lamps cast the shadows of solemn Buddha statues still and silent, as if listening to the wind whistling through the leaves. Within this tranquil space, an aged ascetic with hair as white as frost and eyes as deep as if they held the entire universe sat in meditation. His name was Master Elijah, a Western name that felt adrift in the Eastern monastic setting. Elijah had resided in this monastery for over 50 years, transforming from a young man full of ambition into a virtuous and respected spiritual seeker. He had relinquished all fame, status, and even the name his parents had given him to seek liberation within the teachings of Buddha. The name Elijah was now a distant memory, a fragile thread connecting him to his former life. One night, amidst a torrential downpour where the wind howled as if trying to tear apart the darkness, the monastery's wooden door creaked open. A young man soaked to the bone stumbled inside, trembling. His face was pale, and his eyes darted around with the frantic look of a wounded animal. He fell to his knees before Master Elijah, his voice pleading, "Please, save me. They're after me. I have nowhere else to hide." Master Elijah gently helped the young man up, his kind eyes like a cool stream soothing the turmoil in the other's heart. He gestured to a young monk to bring a towel and warm water. Once the young man had calmed down, Elijah softly inquired, "Who are you, and why are you being pursued?" The young man hesitated for a moment, then stammered, "My name is Ethan. I made a grave mistake." Ethan's voice broke and tears streamed down his gaunt face. He recounted to Master Elijah his past filled with wrongdoing and his desperate flight. He had once been a young, ambitious businessman, but driven by insatiable greed, he had caused significant losses to many people. Remorse and fear had tormented him day after day. Master Elijah listened in silence, his eyes devoid of judgment. When Ethan finished speaking, he sighed softly and said, "Son, any mistake can be forgiven if you truly repent, but running away is not the solution. You need to confront what you have done." Ethan lowered his head. Master Elijah's words like a faint ray of light in the darkness of his despair. He had considered death as an escape, but the compassionate gaze of the ascetic had stirred within him a fragile hope. "But I don't know what to do. They won't forgive me." Master Elijah offered a gentle smile, a serene smile like the dawn dispelling the gloomy night. "I will help you. But first, you need to let go of your current name. That name is tied to your sinful past. Do you agree?" Ethan looked up at Master Elijah in surprise. Give up his name? It was something he had never considered, but in his current situation he had no other choice. He nodded weakly. "I agree." Master Elijah nodded in satisfaction. He looked deeply into Ethan's eyes and said, "From now on, you will have a new name. A name that symbolizes a new beginning, a purification of the soul. I will call you Bodhi. Bodhi." The name sounded strange yet also pure. Ethan felt a miraculous shift within him as the new name was spoken. It was as if the burden of his past had lightened somewhat. Master Elijah kept Bodhi at the monastery. He taught him about the Buddhist doctrines about compassion, patience, and the path of cultivation to liberation from suffering. Bodhi initially found it difficult to adapt to the peaceful life and the strict precepts. He was accustomed to the hustle and bustle, to material comforts, to complex social relationships. Life at the monastery was the complete opposite. Bodhi's day began very early, with the sound of the temple bell echoing through the mountains. He would wake up with the other monks, chant scriptures, meditate, and engage in manual labor. He learned to accept the lack of material possessions, to slow down, and to listen to the voice within his own heart. On bright moonlit nights, Master Elijah would often take Bodhi for walks around the monastery. He would tell him stories of Buddhism, about the law of karma, and about the cycle of reincarnation. His deep, warm voice flowed like a gentle stream, seeping into Bodhi's heart and planting seeds of awakening. Master Elijah never mentioned Bodhi's past again. He treated him like any other disciple, without judgment or reproach. His boundless compassion and tolerance touched Bodhi's hardened heart. He gradually let go of his torment and regret and began to see life through different eyes. Time passed. Bodhi became increasingly proficient in his spiritual practice. He learned to control his mind to overcome desires and anger. His face became serene and his eyes shone with peace. One day, as Bodhi was sweeping the temple courtyard, a group of strangers appeared at the monastery gate. They were dressed in expensive clothing and their faces were filled with anger. Bodhi recognized one of them as the person he had once deceived. Fear surged through him, but he was no longer the Ethan of the past. He took a deep breath, trying to remain calm. Master Elijah came out to greet the uninvited guests. They loudly demanded to see Ethan, the one who had caused them so much suffering. Master Elijah remained calm, his voice gentle. "Esteemed guests, the person you seek is no longer here. He has abandoned his past and begun a new life." The others looked skeptical and angry. They demanded to enter the monastery to search. Just then, Bodhi stepped forward, standing beside Master Elijah. He clasped his hands together and bowed to the angry group. "Esteemed guests, I am Bodhi. I am the Ethan you are looking for." Bodhi's appearance stunned the others. They couldn't believe their eyes. The haggard, fearful man from before had now become so calm and serene. An older man who seemed to be the leader of the group spoke. You have changed so much. Are you hiding here to escape justice?" Bodhi shook his head gently. "No, esteemed sir. I am not hiding. I am here to repent and cultivate myself. I know what I have done, and I am deeply remorseful. I do not expect your forgiveness, but I hope you can understand that I am a different person now." Bodhi's sincere words, along with the peaceful expression on his face, made the others feel bewildered. They looked at each other, unsure what to say. Master Elijah spoke. "Esteemed guests, resentment only brings more suffering. Please forgive so that your hearts may find peace. Bodhi has truly repented and is striving to live a better life. Please grant him a chance." After a moment of silence, the older man sighed. Perhaps we should give him a chance. But if he causes any more harm, we will never forgive him." Bodhi bowed gratefully. "I understand. I will never disappoint you." The others finally left, carrying with them a sense of astonishment and a glimmer of hope. Master Elijah looked at Bodhi with a loving gaze. "You did very well, Bodhi. You faced your past with courage." Bodhi smiled faintly with relief. He felt a great weight lifted from his shoulders. He knew that the path of cultivation ahead was long and arduous, but he believed that with Master Elijah's guidance and his own perseverance, he would attain true liberation. From that day on, Bodhi devoted himself even more diligently to his practice. He no longer remembered the name Ethan and his sinful past. He had truly become a new person, a genuine ascetic, carrying within him compassion and wisdom. One twilight evening, as the sunset painted the sky in hues of red, Master Elijah called Bodhi to his side. He looked at Bodhi with kind eyes and said, "Bodhi, you have made great progress. I feel that my time to depart has come." Bodhi was taken aback. "Master, where are you going?" Master Elijah smiled. "I have completed my mission in this place. I need to return to nirvana." Bodhi couldn't hold back his tears. He had regarded Master Elijah as his spiritual father. His departure was a great loss to him. Master Elijah gently placed his hand on Bodhi's head. "Do not be sad, my son. I will always be with you, in your heart. Remember what I have taught you, continue on the path of cultivation, and help others. That is the best way you can repay me." A few days later, Master Elijah passed away, peacefully mourned deeply by his disciples. Bodhi organized a solemn funeral for his master. He always remembered his master's teachings and continued his spiritual practice diligently. Years later, Bodhi became a virtuous and respected Zen master revered by many. He used his own story to awaken those who had gone astray, helping them find the path of goodness. The name Bodhi, the name Master Elijah had given him, had become a symbol of transformation, of rebirth, of compassion and wisdom. The story of the ascetic who gave away his name and the disciple who was given a new one became a legend passed down through generations in the monastery on the sacred mountain. It was a testament to the power of compassion, forgiveness, and the human capacity for change. That no matter how dark the past may be, there is always a path towards the light, an opportunity for a new beginning, as long as there is a sincere heart and a dedicated guide. And sometimes to find ourselves we need to let go of who we used to be, even the name that has been with us since birth.